been around long enough to know that clubs are going to get tested with adversity. Tell me about the strength within this room and how successful you've been along the way that will enable you guys to handle Morgan's absence for however long it might be.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there an absence? I haven't heard anything, yeah. So it'd be news to me. Last game, obviously, played without him and did a pretty good job, I think, in terms of the 5 guys and obviously the group in general.
The blue line has certainly gelled in the last 6 to 8 weeks. What's enabled it to do so that will hold you in good stead moving forward, assuming Morgan's with you, or maybe not?
I think the continuity of the pairs have been pretty good. I think Morgan and Z have played really well together. Jake's game's been really strong, and then Roman and I have been steady. So I think we just kind of found the pairs and the matchups that we like, and the team's been playing better in general. So all those things kind of come together at the same time, and it's been good.
And how's your game evolved this season? You were talking coming off the injury, how you were working your way back in. Now you seem a lot more comfortable. Just how are you feeling you've progressed?
I feel much better skating. I think anytime you have a lower body injury, you're coming back and you want to get your feet under you. And kind of once you do that, especially for me, I think it helps my overall game and feel more comfortable and more confident.
Connor and Jake were saying like the system, when you guys are executing, it takes a lot of pressure off the defense. What is it about Mike's system where if you can get the puck in the forward's hand, play in the offensive zone, it will make life a little bit easier for you guys on the back end?
Yeah, within our system, I think if we can break the puck out clean the first time, we obviously have a lot of success. And with our forward group, we're able to get through the neutral zone quick and get on the forecheck. And at times we can get bogged down, but if we're good with our systems and our breakouts are clean, we're that much better of a team.
You talked about the continuity of the pairs really helping out, and you've had that over the last 10, 15 games or so with everybody being healthy. But in a game, when you lose a guy early in the game like you did with Morgan, and everyone's kind of got to get jumbled up over the last 55 minutes or so, how difficult of an adjustment is that in-game to play with a bunch of different guys?
It's not terrible. I mean, for the most part, I played lefty the entire game, which was good for me. I think maybe Connor had to play some left side. So for him, it might have been a bit of more of an adjustment in terms of bouncing back and forth between left and right and different partners. But, we play together at practice. We kind of know what to expect from one another. It can be an adjustment, but I thought overall we did pretty well.
What was the key to success against New York the other night and then meeting them again tomorrow?
That's a good question. They're a really good team. Obviously, I know firsthand, and great offense, a lot of depth, strong goaltending, and our speed game, our cycle game can be really good. I think in New York it was, and we'll obviously need a lot more of that tomorrow night.
It seemed for the first 2 periods in that game, your team's breakouts were really effective. I don't know if you'd agree with that, but it certainly looked that way before they put a little more pressure on in the third.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back now.
I can't. Far ago.
Yeah, I just can barely remember last night. So, I mean, like we talked about in terms of breakouts, if we can break the puck out quick, we're a pretty good team because our forwards can really do some things with it. So.
And how have you seen Jake Gardner's game evolve since you got here till this season?
I think he's been outstanding this year. I'm trying to remember in terms of the progression, but I think his breakouts are really good. In terms of his positioning and stick positioning has even gotten better. So the defensive side, I think, has come a long way.
And I guess it comes down to partnership, as with you with Roman, he and Connor as well, in terms of making individual defensemen successful.
Yeah, I think, when they get used to one another, you can see plays last night where there's 3-on-2s where, if you don't trust your partner, if you haven't played with each other, you might back in, and they have plays where, they'll be aggressive, they'll take the time and space away from the 2 guys that are driving, and they kind of ended 3-on-2 before it even really gets started. So those are the little things that maybe the fans don't notice, but us as teammates will definitely see, and it's obviously a lot easier for them when they're playing together every night to read off one another.
Your team's done a little better against Lundqvist than other teams. Do you see anything there that you've been able to use, or it's just?
No, I think we do.
You guys are one of those teams that give them some difficulty.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I played with him firsthand and know how good a goaltender he is, and but our team does a pretty good job when we're on in terms of having traffic and having someone right on the crease, and he's a goaltender that plays a little deeper as is. So, if we can have traffic and seconds and thirds, that's what you need against a guy like that.
How have you seen Carrick's confidence grow from the start of the season until now?
Well, I'm trying to think about the beginning of the year. Sorry. But, I think playing with Jake, they've been very good in terms of, we talked about breakouts here, we talked about moving the puck. They're obviously great skaters. and then the offensive zone, they're very good on the blue line together. So it's been a good lefty-righty combo for us for sure.
And as a veteran, you appreciate like the way they've kind of, it's a very condensed schedule this year, even more than regular years, how the team is handling, I guess, the workload, and like today's an optional skate, and it seems like there's a sports science team, and in terms of making sure you guys get the rest you need.
Yeah, I think all the tools are available for us in terms of recovery, and today not skating, that obviously helps as well, but everything's managed pretty closely, and now we'll be expected to obviously have fresh legs in a good game tomorrow.